For my individual artwork or theme, I have two main theme that I'm creating in my art. And then the output is not only the painting, but there is performance art, sometimes video or installation. And then the first theme that I create is environmental issue, about Bali environmental issue. Specifically, there is a project that I call plasticology. It's using waste or plastic or synthetic material as a main medium to create artwork and to criticize what's happening now in Bali. And then how the mass tourism industry, the effect of the Balinese culture, Balinese people, and this small island too. And then the second theme that I created on my artwork is the human rights issue, which is there is a, I can call it the dark side of the paradise, which people didn't, a lot of people know about that thing happening in Bali. Just like not too far, it's around 50 people jail without trial in Bali, but it's related with the political issue at that time. But me as a Balinese, or mostly the Indonesian people, still until now we didn't learn it properly in our school, that history. It's still blurred. So through the artwork, I just try to making a bridge. This is one artwork about that.
So it follows a particular story, like an individual story, or the whole big narrative?
It starts from the big story, and then I have a time to going to the mass grave, former mass grave around Bali, where people buried during that time. And then I meet with the survivor. We talk about what happening at that time. And then I already met with the killers to give like a balanced opinion at that time, what is happening at that time. And then during my childhood, I really listened a lot of story too in my village, because at that time, as a kid, every year in school, we must watching propaganda movie from the government about that story. And then at that time, I just believe those people deserve to die. That is the propaganda success. But during my grow up and then get a lot of another source, and I searching for what is happening at that time, and then find some article, meet with the survivor, meet with the killer, digging the history, and then through that memory and story, I created artwork series about that issue.
So did you already make an exhibition about that?
Not really, a little bit difficult to find a place. Maybe in Bali it's not too hard, different than in Java or other places. Sometimes in other island in Indonesia, if they doing exhibit or just doing a talk show about this kind of issue, is authority is closed that event. But in Bali there is some event, but still watching by the authority.
Was it the prosecution of the communists?
Yeah, at that time, because the Communist Party is legal party in Indonesia. At that time, it's a legal party, and they joined the election. But the issue is, at that time, is mostly the people who kill is not involved directly with the Communist Party of Indonesia. But it's, like, especially in Bali, there is a random killing because they're jealous, because they want to grab their land or their other thing at that time. So just point people has communists and people
Exactly.
will kill them. So that is what happening. So
Yeah.
if we talk about the biggest political, that is involved with the Cold War to stop the communism in Southeast Asia, became more bigger, and then they stopped it in Indonesia, involved with the US intelligence. That is the bigger story. But what happening in the grassroots is there is a lot of random killings, not all. And then during that time is used by the authority at that time to stop the critical thought of the whole generation after the 1965. It's massive thing happening to stop the critical mind and the critical thought in Indonesia, especially in Bali. So in Bali, more than 80,000 people die at the time in Bali itself, and
Right.
that is only that data is more, maybe is more bigger. And then sometime I get a story where is the mass grave, and then I went to that places just to visit where is the place has a mass grave, and then sometimes it's give me something to do, and as an artist I create a note with my artwork series, so there is a few artwork series I already created about that issue. So
And you use the traditional imagery. Did you learn how to draw in a traditional Batuan or Kamasan style? What do they teach in art school in Denpasar?
mostly what the first encounter of the visual Balinese visual form in my childhood is from my grandfather, because my grandfather is a lontar making and the rajah drawing. So usually I went to his places and just watching him drawing for the lontar or for the ceremony purpose, and then sometimes he show me the lontar with a lot of images, and then sometimes he copy it on the paper and then I copy it again. So that is the story that I'm encounter or learning what is called traditional form of drawing in the Balinese culture. And then I study carving, because in my village in Tampak Siring mostly people is carving, coconut carving or the bone carving. So I self-taught with the carving. But at the time the theme is from the great epic of Ramayana and Mahabharata story. And then I continue with with the drawing, and then going to the art school, and then going to the university in Denpasar. So that is how I learned the art.
I feel very different artists that are from, for example, Denpasar, Jogja, and Bandung.
Now I think the situation is more like a little bit same, Bali, Jogja or Bandung or in other places in Indonesia. But when I remember during the 90s and 2000, during that time when I was still study, especially 2000 that I still study in university, that thing that you said is really strong. Yeah, in Bandung there is conceptual, in Jogja and Bali. But now I think is if you want to find a political artist, you can find it in Bali too. I mean, like critical about something what happening is there is artists in Bali. If we talk about the collective, there is some collective in Bali in street art or in other visual art, but maybe the form of their expression is a little bit different than Yogyakarta or other places, because in Yogyakarta I think it's typical of the urban, lot of tribe from other island is coming to Yogyakarta. But in Bali there is more foreign people influence. Since back then in 1920 there is a lot of influence from Western artists who visiting Bali. I think that is saving the Bali artists. And then like you said, maybe because our culture is like very visual and symbolized, that's why maybe from really small ages we already full with image, color and symbolize. And then in other places like in Bandung, more abstract, more conceptual, because the Institute of Bandung, the Institute of Technology of Bandung get a lot of influence by the Western.
And who is this? This guy, we've been looking at it.
This one is my new pieces. It's not ready yet. Like I said in the beginning, in this kind of series, I want to talk about there is a figure holding a sword, but in the sword, I'm gonna put a text for today's situation about how dangerous is social media, how dangerous is religion if we do not properly to use it, how the politics is in Indonesia or in Bali because it's near the election. So this artwork is going to be talk more about that kind of issue, how we use social media, how important social media, but how bad the social media is, and then how people in the quote once again using religion in the politics in
Bali.
Indonesia. in Bali, in Indonesia. So that is gonna be more on this artwork.